Welcome to New Connection, where you can tune in and grow. I'm your host, Vicki Thompson. You may be familiar with New Connection magazine for conscious living, which has been enjoyed by readers in the Pacific Northwest for more than 17 years. Now we're excited to bring New Connection to life in your home. On New Connection, we welcome authors, practitioners, and visionaries to share new ideas for alternative health, spirituality, and personal growth. Today I'd like to welcome to New Connection Gary Zukav and Linda Francis, who are the founders of the Seed of the Soul Institute. Through best-selling books and workshops, this dynamic couple teaches people worldwide how to create authentic power. Learn how you can bring more joy into your life, move into your full potential, and give the gifts that you were born to share.
Many readers.
So how are we each contributing to the change of the human consciousness?
The change is happening. We don't have to make it happen. This is an expansion of our perception beyond the limitations of the five senses. We're starting to become aware of ourselves as more than bodies, more than minds. We have another sensory system. Intuition is part of it. Having a sense of your life is meaningful is part of it. Being able to know things about other people that your five senses couldn't tell you is part of it. We don't have to develop that. It is happening. But it's bringing with it a new understanding of who we are, why we are, and what power is. We used to think of power as the ability to manipulate and to control. That doesn't work anymore. It's now counterproductive. And a new understanding of power is emerging with multisensory perception. That is the alignment of your personality with your soul. And that means with the highest part of yourself that you can possibly reach for, the part that wants harmony and cooperation and sharing and reverence for life. Now, how you contribute to that is entirely a matter of your choice. And that, in fact, is what Linda and I came to talk about.
So it sounds like in creating authentic power, you offer workshops. It's also a part of the books that you've co-authored together. And I think you were saying you had 4 best-selling books that you've gone on to write and you've written together.
Exactly.
Authentic power, what is it and how can we learn to create it and be more authentic in the world together?
Well, authentic power is basically changing yourself rather than trying to change everyone else. So if you have parts of you that are angry or jealous, as Gary was talking about, in my case I felt very inferior to people, many people, and even Gary when I met him. So I really needed to change that in me so I could give my gifts, so I could do the things that I want to do in the world. And that's a good example of that.
So that our viewers today, if they wanted to practice one simple tool of authentic power, what could they do today?
Here's a guideline. One of the guidelines is take responsibility for my experiences. No blaming. Ooh, now think about that.
That's a challenge.
It's a challenge to a frightened part of your personality.
Yes.
Because most people feel that when they are experiencing a difficult experience or emotion, something outside of them caused it. And they try to change that person or situation so they won't feel that painful emotion any longer. That is the pursuit of external power. That's manipulation and control. That's what doesn't work any longer. If instead you look inside yourself at what has been triggered, not at the trigger, but at what has been triggered in you, and become familiar with that and challenge it so that no one will be able to trigger it in the future, that's creating authentic power. That